Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey. Today's the baby hexagon blanket. This is using Caron, Simply Soft yarn. And it's just a matter of getting ourselves started, and then it's just a repeat of one round over and over and over until you're satisfied with the width of this. So what we have is that we are going to get ourselves established. There will be 2 rounds of one color, 2 rounds of the white, 2 rounds of another color, 2 rounds of white, and you can see that the white is basically separating the colors. You can use pretty much any yarn that you would like to. We're going to be using a 5mm size H crochet hook in order to play. If you'd like to go to the video description, you'll see a pattern link. You'll be able to download it and be able to get the instructions to match it, just like you see, and we have the written instructions in case you would like to be able to follow that along as well. So it's a really nice, easy pattern to be able to play, and we're going to get ourselves started right now. We're going to start off with the main color. The main color is white, but you can make it any color you wish. The color is just subjective to your own creativity, and you're going to create a slip knot to begin and insert your hook, and you'll begin to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and insert your hook into the beginning chain and slip stitch to form the center ring. So with this center ring, you just want to use the tail end to wrap it around the ring so you don't have to sew that in later. Let's begin our first round. Round number 1, we're going to chain 3. That will count as a double crochet, and in the same ring that you're coming out of, you want to put in 11 double crochet altogether. So let's count those out. So we have 1, 2, wrap that straggler with it. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now if you're running out of space because you're just floating, you can just pull on it and reveal more ring. So we have 9 so far. We have 10 and 11. So with the chain 3 and those 11, it should give us the number 12. So we're going to count. So 1, 2, so I'm counting the chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Once you've confirmed, just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. If you were bearing over top of the loose end like I was, you can just take your scissors and snip, snip, get rid of that, and we'll begin the next round. Round number 2, right where you're coming out of is our first stitch. You're going to chain 3 and double crochet into the same stitch where this is coming out of. Every stitch around is going to have 2 double crochet, so move to your next one. And then move to your next one and put 2 in, and please do this all the way around, and I'll be back in just a moment. When you come around, it always looks like there's a stitch that's missing. It's right here. This is the lead in to that chain that we started. So you should have 12 groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and we're moving on to round number 3. So we're not moving into the hexagon yet. That'll be soon, but not in this round here, number 3. You're going to chain 3. That'll count as your first double crochet, and you're going to double crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to do that twice. So there's going to be just chain 3, so double crochet by itself, and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so the repeat going around is the next one is going to be 1 double crochet by itself, and then next one has 2 double crochet in it, and you're going to repeat that cycle around. So just remember to yourself 1 and then 2. So 1 double crochet, this has 2 double crochet. Please complete this around. We're going to be ending this color at the end of this round. When you're coming around, the last stitch before the ending should have 2 in it, and that's just a matter of keeping the repeat. And then once you have that done, you're just going to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. This is the end of the using the color white. So we're going to just trim it long enough that you can put it through a tapestry needle. This is for babies, so we don't want these loose ends to be falling out at all. So turn it over to the back and just grab a tapestry needle. And the goal is that when you go through a tapestry needle here and we go back and forth, we don't just want to go between the strands, we actually want to get between the plies as well. So if you can separate those plies as well, it makes it virtually impossible to get this thing out. So make sure that you're accurate 100% before you do that, or you'll be restitching all over again. So back and forth 3 times. And then you'll be ready for round number 4 coming up. Okay, and then you can safely trim your work. I'd recommend you do that as you're going. It'll save you a headache at the end, having too many stitches left over. So let's begin round number 4 using a different color, and you can decide what that's going to be. You can also see that in the pattern, and that's in the pattern link information and the video description. So just grab another color, any color that will do. Don't underestimate the color gray for babies, by the way. They tend to go with a lot of stuff. So we're going to start, and you can slip stitch to any stitch that you want. I usually choose somewhere different than where I stopped and started so that I don't end up with the slip stitching all down one side. So it can be any stitch that you want to. Like that. And we're now going to establish ourselves into a hexagon. So it's just, that's a slip stitch that's been joined, and you were going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and place in 2 more double crochet into the same stitch. So you technically have 3 double crochets out of that same stitch. Toss the straggler to the back, get it out of your way, and we can deal with that later. You're going to chain 2, and in the same stitch, apply 3 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip the next stitch out, which is right here. It's kind of almost somewhat buried. And then we're going to double crochet in the next 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So we get 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. We're going to skip the next stitch out, which is technically this one right here. So the slip stitching always makes it look a little weird, but you just got to trust it. So skip this stitch, and in the next one, you're going to apply 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Okay, and that's the cycle going around. So you're going to skip the next one that's coming out of, okay? So it's almost somewhat buried because it looks like that. So we're going to skip this one. You're going to double crochet the next 3 in a row. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Skip the next one and then do your corner. So it's 3 double crochet. Chain 2, and 3 double crochet. And I need you to repeat this concept around, all the way around. So to review again, you're going to skip the next one, which is right here, double crochet the next 3, skip the next one, and then do your corner of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And I will see you near the end of the round in a moment. I'm coming close to finishing. Just doing another corner here. It's the final corner. Skipping 1 and double crochet the next 3. And I'm going to skip 1, and here's the corner. So we're just going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. And because we want to keep this color going, we're going to slip stitch to the next chain 2 space. So keep on going, and then you'll be ready for your next round. So you'll only do that if you're carrying a color to the next round. So let's start another row. So every time that we're starting a new row and we've not changed the color, we've already slip stitched to the corner, and you were going to chain 3 and place into double crochet. So that gives you the number 3. Chain 2 to turn the corner, and 3 more double crochet into the same one. So here's the trick of this hexagon, is that the first stitch is actually in the space after the group of 3. See below? It's in this space right here before you start to see it going into the double crochet stitches. So you'll go into that space, which creates a new stitch, and then you're going to use the tops of the existing double crochet that are there. So this keeps those corners isolated, which is very dominant in the picture, as you noticed. So here's the next corner. See the grouping of 3 that's part of the corner? Go into the space before the corner and double crochet. And then jump right to your corner. So the corners will never change. There will be 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So as I mentioned already, each color is only being used for 2 rounds, and then it changes. But the dominant color, in this case it'll be white, is just in between. So if there was going to be 2 more rounds, it'll be white and then a different color if you wanted that. That's up to you. Colors are subjective. So to start a new side, after the corner's done, go into the space that is existing after the corner. So it's technically not a stitch, it's just a space between the posts. So you're creating a new stitch there, and then you're going to use the existing double crochets that you can see. And then you're going to slam in a double crochet into the space before the corner starts. Right there. And then do your corner. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, do this around. I'm going to stop this color, just add a new color just to make sure you got it. And the blanket is pretty much on your own because it's just this row that I'm repeating over and over and over now until the cows come home. I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming back around. Don't forget those spaces between the corners because that's what's keeping those stitches isolated on the corners. So if I was to get rid of this color, so after every 2 rounds you change color, you just want to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and then you're going to weave in your ends. Okay, and then just do that. So you might want to weave in your ends right away. If not, it's okay too. There's no crochet police. So if I was to start another color, which I'll do now, I'll just choose something other than white just because I can, and we'll do that next. So let's just choose something else. And so if I wanted to start a new color, you can just put it onto the hook and just go right into a corner space. Any corner will do, they're all the same. And so you're just going to attach it with a slip stitch, chain 3, and 2 double crochet in. So that's the equivalent of 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet into that same corner. Okay, so I'm going to toss the straggler to the back. So as I'm moving around, see the corners there, they're isolated. Use the space after the corner to create a new stitch, and then use the tops of the existing double crochet that are there. So every time you go around, each side will increase by 2 stitches, if that helps you to know that. But just keep an eye on those spaces before the corner. It's more open now for me to really see it. So sometimes it takes a few rows or rounds to see stuff. So after you get that space filled in, just go right to your corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, so that won't change. Okay, and then use the space before the double crochet start, and then fill those in. So when you get back around, all you're just going to do then is slip stitch it to the chain 3, and if you want this color to keep on going, just slip stitch to the chain 2 and then begin again. So you'll chain 3, 2 double crochet, then chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then keep on moving. Keep on adding stitches in the spaces to continue outward. Now, if this was the last time you saw this color, when you get to the end, then you would just slip stitch at the top of the chain 3. So you have to make a decision on what you want to do. Just because our pattern says to change every 2 rounds doesn't mean you have to. You know what, this would be really cool though with the Red Heart Super Saver Biddy stripes. Let the yarn just change color on its own, and I think it would be pretty sharp, because these corners really are a dominant feature in this particular baby blanket. So have fun, and we hope you enjoy, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.